Hey guys, how's it going? It's Simon from SDHavGeek here. Today I'm flying from Seattle to San Diego on the Delta Airlines Airbus A319. I've never flown on an A319 before, really looking forward to it. Come on with me, thanks for checking in with me. My day started with a very early flight out of San Diego north to Seattle, where I got to experience the Delta first class cabin for the first time. I've put a link to the video in the description below. Later that same morning, I got the chance to take a good walk around the expansive terminal and concourses at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. I decided to take the train over to the S gates, where you get a very different perspective of the airport and a chance to geek out on some of the planes used on the international routes. This Delta Airlines A330 was preparing to depart for Amsterdam, and as I watched I heard the passengers be called forward to provide documentation to prove that they've had their COVID tests prior to flying. The Delta Sky Club here in Seattle is by far one of the best that I've seen. Great service, great selection of food and beverages, and not to mention this fantastic view of the apron. My flight this afternoon back to San Diego was right down the other end of the A gates, so I left the Sky Club and took the long walk to A13. My flight this afternoon was on this 18-year-old Airbus A319. seating configuration in the first class cabin of this Airbus A319 is in a 2 and 2 situation, and I do love these oversized TV monitors. The Airbus A319 is a really nice plane. This video was supposed to be in economy, and I was sat down the back in my seat 27A, and just before pushback I got called up by a flight attendant to upgrade me to first class, which is really nice. It's nice to get upgraded, but what I will say is the cabin on the A319 back in economy is really nice, but I did have a row of seats to myself back there. It was a little bit noisy, so I was quite happy to be called to the front. So the more you fly, the more miles you accrue, the more opportunities you get for upgrades. So I've been upgraded on my last couple of flights, which has been really nice. In terms of the service, alcohol, soft drinks, teas, coffees is all free. They are also giving out the boxes of food, just like they did in the last video. And I actually declined that because I do appreciate that they're serving food. That's really good. Glad to see that service coming back. If you saw my blog from JFK to San Diego recently, you'll know that I was struggling a little bit for 6.5 hours without food. But this is a shorter flight, it's just under 3 hours. It's nice to have the option, but it is a bit of a production to eat. So they're very, very strict with the masks here, so you're not allowed to take your mask off unless you're eating, and once you've taken a bite you have to put the mask back on. And you know, I totally get that and I support that. These are the times that we live in right now, but it really is a production to just eat a protein bar or some chips and take the mask off, put the mask on, take the mask off, put the mask on. So I chose not to do that. I ate before I boarded this time. One of the cool things about being in the front of the plane, I'm in row 3 here, and I'm very close to the engine, and I've missed the sound of those engines spooling up. It's absolutely awesome. I typically sit in the back row, anything from row 27 onwards on most flights, so I'm never really getting the full sound of the engine, so to experience that and hear that today was pretty awesome. It's just a very different perspective being sat at the front of the plane as opposed to being sat at the back. I equally enjoy both. I just love flying. After flying at 38,000 feet for the majority of the flight, we started our initial descent directly over Los Angeles International Airport.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got our initial descent in San Diego. Please ensure your nose dropping, no fasten your seatbelt. Flight attendant, pass through cabin shortly. Please check your seat pockets.
After a flight time of just 2 hours and 19 minutes, we made our approach into San Diego International Airport 15 minutes early, landing at 5:45 p.m. local time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's our pleasure to welcome you to San Diego, where the local time is 5:45 p.m.
Well, that's that, guys. Fantastic flight on the Delta Airbus A319. What a day. What an AvGeek day. I've really geeked out today. I've had a fantastic time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for checking in with me today. And if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.